Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you guys remember in part 1, we took apart the Lowenbrau sign to see if we could make it work, and unfortunately the guts in it were just not working anymore. It didn't come on, and even after I made the video I kind of farted around with it for a minute to try to get it to come on, and the guts inside of it are from 1976. They stopped working. So I went on Amazon and I got a strip light. Wasn't very expensive. And I'm going to put it right in here the same way the old light was mounted, and we're going to rework it and we're going to make it light up again. I think I only spent like 12 bucks on the whole thing and another 10 bucks on the Lowenbrau sign itself. So for 25 bucks, I've got a lighted sign that's going to look fucking cool. And for those of you that are out there that don't like the fact that I say the F word, well, sorry. It's going to happen once in a while. So with that said, I went ahead off camera, took all the guts out of it, because, I mean, you guys don't really want to watch that. It's boring. Kind of figured out where I was going to put this, and now I'm going to show you guys how I actually do that. So what I did is I took the old fluorescent lights, and yes, don't mind the dirt and stuff. That shit ain't coming off. I already tried, I promise. Turned them sideways where I can either, it comes with little sticky pads, and if that doesn't hold, then I'm just going to zip tie it. And put the pads right here, and that should still keep the light centered enough that when I plug it in to turn it on, it should work okay. So with that said, let's get to work, because this is going to be kind of cool when it's all finished. So what I need to do is I went and drilled the hole out ahead of time so I can get the light through here. Hopefully that fits too, because I didn't check that. Oh shit. Whoops, my bad. I gotta go back outside. I'll see you all in a minute. Now that I've gone and fixed that off camera, because once again, it's another thing that you guys probably not gonna want to watch. I don't blame you. I would skip through it if it were me. So I went and drilled the hole, or re-drilled the hole right here, big enough, because this item has a dimmer switch on it, so I can make it really bright or I can make it really dim. But truthfully, I'm going to set it and forget it, because it's going to go up on the wall over here that I will show you in a little bit. And I'm sorry, but I'm not reaching up that high every time. It's going to get set, and that's where it's going to go. Comes with this nifty little adapter that plugs in just like so. And we'll check it out right here when I'm all done. So now I'm going to get a little bit of slack in here so I can work with it a little bit. And I'm going to stick the light to the side, kind of like this. It even comes with instructions, which I actually find absolutely hilarious. So, oh shit. Now I need the other one. Fortunately, this kit comes with extra sticky pads in case I mess one up, because Lord knows I'm going to mess one up. But hopefully I get it right this time. Now let's see how See if somebody in China is laughing at me right now trying to peel this stuff. Because this is not going well. Oh, there it goes. Got one. Let's see if I can go 2 for 2. All right. No shit. Let's get you out of the way. And now we are going to stick it. Stick it to the man. All right. We are officially stuck. If I do find that the light falls, I'll take it back down. I'll take it apart and I'll just zip tie it. I really wanted to not have the obstruction in the light though. So now we're going to take our handy dandy front. Ta-da! We're going to set this over like so. I'm going to flip it over and put the screws back on the back. Then after we're done, I'm going to talk a little bit. Hopefully it's not too boring. Except for you, Dave. You're good, man. And Paul, if you ever watch this. Oh, that's sweet. I got extra screws. It's probably the first time this thing's had 4 screws on the corner in 4 years. So, here we go. First time doing this ever. So here goes. Ooh, it's dim. I can see it though. Well, that's a little different than what I expected. Lights up the middle really good. Doesn't really light up the whole thing like I was hoping. And turn the light off. It's still daytime outside. So what I can do, I think, is if that light's not going to light up this like it's supposed to, I'm going to take that light and I'm just going to put it down here. That ought to work. And I'm just going to leave it turned on. We're going to learn this together. Oh, beer. It did have this on there. I don't know if that's going to make it worse or not, but I'm going to try that first. And like I think I said this in my last video, I'm electing to use hand tools on this, mostly because of the fact that this was made in 1976. So, you know, you're talking about a 50-year-old piece of plastic. It's not in great condition. The whole sign is not great, as you can tell. Ooh, I got to turn that off. That is bright. So based on this right here, the way this is, once again, don't judge me for the way this looks. This shit won't come off. I'm going to try putting this here and see what happens. I have to unplug that though because I cannot look down at that. That is fucking bright. Let's see. this does anything. I suspect not. Minimal. Okay. Whew, wow. And it's not even on full bright. So here's what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. But I do need zip ties. Okay. You guys are going to learn with me through trial and error. Thanks for your patience, except Dave, because I know Dave's got great beer. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? That's not the one I need. There's the one I need. Actually, I need two of those. Since the only thing that's going to light up is the Lowenbrau sign, or the Lowenbrau logo at the bottom, I'll show you in just a second as soon as I get the zip ties on. I am going to plug it back in and make sure that the zip ties don't obstruct the letters before I do this, because I might be disappointed. I don't want to be disappointed. Ta-da! Now it works. So we did something cool. Now we shall put the screws back in. Put the screws to it, man. And if somebody thinks I'm being too weird, well, fuck you. This is not a channel for kids. Unless your kids are over 21. Then it might be a channel for kids. But I doubt it. And there we have it. Ladies and germs and Dave. Dave's not here, man. Oh, what the hell was that? I don't know. Okay. It is a lighted sign. And fortunately and unfortunately, depending on your viewpoint, this lights up, but this does not. This is actually covered. So I think originally this was supposed to light up all the way around, but the simple fact that I have it lit up and saying Lowenbrau after how many years of not working, I'm okay with this. This was well worth my $25 investment. $25 for the whole thing, for the light, the sign, everything. So I'm going to put this over here. So I'm going to get really close to the camera, because I'm happy with that. Let me pick up my mess. And then we will have Minutes with Bill, where I just talk about random shit. Bet you guys didn't know you were signing up for this, did you? Ew. That's nasty. There are some things that I'm going to do on the channel that hopefully you guys are okay with, and if you're not, well, sorry about your luck. I'm probably doing it anyway. Let's get a thing right there. Da 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 da. Y'all can watch me pick my shit up. Just wondering where those pliers went. Could have used them on the golf cart. And let's just throw all this crap in there. See, I do pick my messes up. Dave's going to call me later and go, why do you make fun of me? Well, wasn't trying to, but that's how it sounds. Wipe that shit off. Oh, and I also, my wife, I love her to death. She got me something cool too. She got me a Rolling Rock sign at the thrift store for like $2. Pretty cool. It's not old, but it's been around long enough that it's been beat up that it looks like it's really old. So that's pretty cool. I'm probably going to put that up here. I got to get the rest of my beer signs out of storage though. That way I can have all of this signed up next time I do an episode in here. All right. So one of the things that I thought about doing, and I know I've said Dave's name a lot in this video. Dave will probably come over and hang out and talk about beer once in a while. And I will probably go down to his house once in a while and talk about beer and probably talk about life in general. You know, so there may be some topics that you guys hear that might be a little sensitive, and y'all are just gonna have to live with it because this is my channel, and if you guys don't want to listen to it, you're welcome to turn the TV off or however you view it. So with that said, enjoy. Probably within the next week, I'll have the first part of that in going on. And then the other 2 parts will probably come out a week in succession. So the first part, and then a week later, the second part, and then a week after that, the third part. We actually filmed that probably about a month ago. We just sat and hung out at the man cave and talked about things. So I hope y'all enjoy that. This beer in particular, it's of course the head's gone away now because it's been poured for a little bit. It's my 9.5% stout. Really good, but you're not drinking very many of them. I can tell you that right now. It hits pretty hard and hits pretty fast. I don't remember exactly how I formulated this recipe. I've been brewing it for quite some time now, and I brew it like every year or two. Give me a second, I can read you the list. If I don't fall and bust my ass first. Come here. Let's get all that shit out of the way. Like I said, I say a lot of swear words. I try not to when I'm on YouTube, but you know, you're gonna have a few shits slip out every now and then, and maybe worse. Let's see. Oh, I need to do that this summer so it's ready for later. That's a Shorts beer recipe. The Kolsch is going to come again. I actually have that on tap right now, but it's almost gone. So I need to brew that again soon. My Belgian Pale Ale we have a thing in our homebrew club where we have a beer style of the month that not only do we drink, but when we brew it. I know that's coming pretty quick. Sorry I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. But it's the beer of the month, what you should bring to the meeting. Now, Homebrews are always welcome. You can always bring a homebrew, doesn't matter what the style is. But if you're going to bring a commercial beer to the meeting, try to keep to the style of the month, because if everybody brings all kinds of different styles, what happens is winds up being a lot of beer. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But what happens is nobody can drive home after that, because you start going, you know how it goes. Anybody that's been doing this for a while knows how it goes. So the beer of the month, beer style of the month for the month of May, which today is May the 4th, beer with you. The beer style for May is definitely not a stout. It is Belgian Ale, which is the BJCP Group Style 24. I don't really know how to say that, so please correct me when I'm wrong. And if you were going to brew a Belgian Pale Ale, you should have brewed it back in February, because you need time to ferment, it needs time to mature, which it doesn't need a ton of time, but you do want it to mature to be ready at the right time of the year. And on the other side of this list is what you should be brewing if you're brewing for the season. Now, there's some people, myself included to a certain degree, I like to brew what I want when I get good and damn well ready. Occasionally, there are styles or certain sub-styles within that style that I do actually like to brew when it's time, because when it's 12 degrees outside, which it never gets 12 degrees in Florida, I live in Florida. When it gets to be really cold for Florida, I like to have a stout or a barley wine or Scottish beers. I like those darker, heavier styles. So there are certain beers that I do brew in the wintertime. This stout was actually brewed probably in December. If I had to remember, I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been, actually, I may have notes. Let's see if I can find them. I did. I brewed it at the beginning of the year. I brewed it in January the 4th. Starting gravity was 1082. And it finished all the way down to 1010. Do the math. But anyway, back to this month's beer. Belgian Ale, BJCP 24. I decided to brew a Belgian Pale Ale because, Belgian Ale, Belgian Triple, Belgian Quad, Belgian Double, there's all kinds of sub styles within the Belgian Ale category. That's the one I chose because I've never done one before and I knew it wouldn't take forever to mature. So if you're brewing a Belgian Ale, you really should have brewed it into January through February. If you're going to brew beer this month for later in the year, which really, it's kind of up in the air. There's a few different styles, but the one we decided on as a club to brew in the month of May was American Pale Ale, which is BJCP 18B. You only need 3, 4, 5 weeks, and that bad boy is ready to drink. It's supposed to be refreshing. It's supposed to taste good. It's supposed to, and it checks all these boxes for a nice beer in the summertime. Next month, if you're going to brew a Kolsch. Kolsch, my Kolsch, I've been brewing it this same way for probably like 7 or 8 years now. Put it in the fermenter. 3 weeks later, throw it in a keg. Give it a week or so for it to settle out and all the solids settle out and it clears up a little bit. And I put it on tap. I'm that quick with it. And it tastes good. I enjoy it. My wife enjoys it. My neighbors enjoy it. Even Dave enjoys it, and he doesn't like Kolsch. So I guess that's about it. I really wanted to show you guys the sign lit up. I wanted to talk a little bit because I haven't made a lot of videos lately. Like I said I was going to. You know, I wanted to do weekly videos. I don't think weekly videos are going to happen for a while. Unless I can get Dave to come over. Dave! Or my neighbor Paul. I can get him to come over too. He's a little camera shy though. So I guess that's it. I'm starting to decorate in here finally because I should have done that when I moved in and I didn't. On the wall behind the camera, there's nothing on the wall. I haven't gotten there yet. It's blank. But I put a shelf up here. This is supposed to be a towel holder, but right now it's holding a medal that I won Best to Show In for a beer festival a bunch of years ago now with my friend Troy. He might eventually be on the channel one of these days, but right now we both have busy lives. There used to be a great event here in Hernando County, Florida, which is where I reside. It was called Hernando Untapped, and that event kind of went away. People don't, in certain parts of the country, people don't go to events like they used to. There's other beer events, even within Florida, that are hugely attended. But for some reason around here, they kind of went away, and that's all right. There's other events, but that's where that came from. This came from the Highland Craft Brew Festival in Inverness. I was a VIP. It's a bottle from a really good St. Bernardus Christmas ale. That was a fantastic beer. You may or may not see bourbon and whiskey on the channel on occasion. It's not really my thing, but I do enjoy it once in a while. Along with various bottle openers like the Trout and a Flip Flop, maybe a Naked Lady. I'm looking to see if there's anything up there worth note. Not beer related anyway, except for a sign that says Beer Stop. There's my beer wall with my steins and various beer mugs. I know the TV kind of covers some of them up, and that's okay. Covers up one of the Naked Lady glasses, but you can see the other one up there. They're twin sisters. Maybe I'll do a story time on those. Maybe not, because I kind of get emotional about that. And, if you think you're going to make fun of it, just do yourself a favor. Block my channel, because you're not going to like what I have to say after that. But a lot of these steins or mugs, some of them I've gotten at thrift stores. Some of them have been given to me over the years. But like this the top shelf is the shelf that all of these steins and or glasses are retired. And I'll talk about this one in particular. This was one of my best good friends' mug or cup or glass, I'm sorry. And Tucher was his favorite brewery in the whole world. I believe it's pronounced Tucher. Correct me if I'm wrong. And when he passed away, he's been gone. That man has been gone for 10 years this summer. I had to think about that. So his wife wanted to make sure that I had that glass so that we could drink together on his birthday. I will probably never do that. This one doesn't have any personal relevance, but it is for a German army regiment that had disbanded in the 90s. And This mug is probably, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 years older than that, according to the maker's mark on the bottom. And it has a crack in it, so it's not usable anymore. This one, I just drink out of it way too fast, so I had to retire it. You know, I do like to get up in the morning. This one, I don't know if it's actually a beer glass, but it's got sentimental value to it because it comes from the great state of Oklahoma. That's where I grew up. This one, it's not actually mine. This one actually belongs to my wife. The Guinness glass, Guinness draft, however you want to pronounce it. It says drought on it. She stole that from a pub in England a long time ago. We do not drink out of that glass because good luck replacing it. And that's one of the Naked Lady glasses that I will talk about eventually. This one was a gift from my son. I've used it a couple of times, but frankly, I will get absolutely shit-faced if I drink very many of those out of that mug. It just, you know, you're talking about a big stein. This one also came from my friend that passed away up here. He was a big collector of Simpson stuff, and she gave me all of his beer items because I'm into beer. This one and this one, my wife actually found at a thrift store. They are beer mugs, and they were made in Japan for the export market. And they're a little old, but that's about all I know about them. I haven't dug that deep into it yet. This one is a Lowenbrau stein that I found somewhere, and I think this one's from the late 80s or early 90s based on the logo, but I do not remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look into that. That one I don't know anything about, and that is the same one as that, the Hofbrau. My son and I love Hofbrau House, so he gets me these things. Those two came at the same time. These milk glass beer steins, I don't know anything about, and I have not dug into if they're worth anything. This one, it's not a beer stein, it's not a beer glass. My wife's a teacher, it's a wine glass, and I thought it would look cool on the stand. This is my drinking horn. When I make a sound or make a statement, bring me my drinking horn, this is what I'm talking about. I do, on occasion, drink out of this. It is food safe, and it is fun to drink out of. That one I got because it reminded me of my father-in-law. My father-in-law was big into duck hunting when he was younger. Rest in peace, Jack. So that's why I got that one. That one a customer gave me on a job I did one time. I couldn't say no because, you know, beer. That one I picked up at a thrift store somewhere. And I don't know much about it beyond that. All I know is it says Oktoberfest 1961. This Tervis cup was a cup made by my best friend that passed away almost a year ago. It'll be 11 months tomorrow when he passed away, and it hasn't gotten easier yet. I don't think it ever will. This growler, it's a little dusty. My wife got for me on a trip her and a friend of hers did when they went to Tallahassee, Florida. They stopped by the brewery. It was actually full of beer when she brought it home. It was awesome. I love this woman. But it met a tragic end a couple of years ago when I was filling it for a homebrew meeting. I actually chipped the lip of it right here. And while it still does hold pressure, I'm afraid it's going to shatter. I won't I won't use it anymore, so technically it's retired. I won't ever get rid of it anymore. This Hofbrauhaus mug that I don't think you can see on camera anymore was another gift from my son. Like I said, we both like Hofbrauhaus. It's fun to do. I don't know much about this other than the fact that my father-in-law had it for a lot of years. So it's got a little sentimental value to me. This mug is from a local brewery that I was actually at today. They have their anniversary this weekend. It was awesome. It's one of their steins that I paid for and took home last year. I do use it occasionally when I'm drinking my German beers, because it's great. It's a great mug. It's a heavy mug. This one is another gift from my son. Like I said, I don't actually drink out of these very often for the simple fact that this is a 1 liter mug, and I don't like my beer to get warm, so that's what happens when you don't like your beer to get warm. I got to turn that. And then last but not least, oh, that's really dirty. This blue growler came from the world famous Big Texan, where they have that 72 ounce challenge. Well, there's also a Big Texan brewery. And I went down to the gift shop, got this growler. It was already full of beer. The beer that they put in it, something happened to it. It was not what it was supposed to be, because I had that beer, it was like a porter or a bourbon barrel aged stout or something like that. And I had it at the Big Texan. I've been to the Big Texan. The beer was fantastic, and I saw this in a growler. Oh, no kidding. Let me take that home. It didn't work out. So there's my ramblings on for today. I think in my next video, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out so you can have a little teaser. Oh, shut up, bitch. I have bought a little mini regulator. One of these little gimmicks where you just turn the pressure up, or thread it into here, hook this on your keg, and pour beer. Doesn't require a whole lot of equipment. My wife is going to New York this summer, and I needed something that she could travel with easy. So you got this. Got one of these bad boys. These are the food grade CO2 cartridges that thread right in. I'm going to play with one of these in an upcoming video relatively shortly, because I need to make sure this is going to work before she leaves. I don't think there's anything in here I need to show you. It's just beer stuff storage and grain storage and whatnot. I think that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know, what do you want me to talk about? Is there a specific topic you want to talk about? I need to know, because I'm really bad at coming up with ideas, and hey, I would like to hear about this. I'll do the best I can. So with that, see you later. Remember, doesn't matter how you get it done, as long as you're having fun. Cheers.